We got a massive new update with Direct Strike patch 6.1 and the nerfs and buffs changing everything. I'll give you a quick overview about what changed and how I think this will influence the game. We're starting with some quality of life changes, guys. We will now be able to actually display the unit range. This makes it for sure easier to position really good our units, and is a really good feature on top. Then we have some AI and toggle changes. So they're simply saying that they reworked the AI system so that if you are changing something on the AI toggles, it should react more correctly. And the AI behavior on units like Paladin, for example, with the healing should be more efficient. Let's come to the balance changes, guys. They changed a lot of heroes to make them weaker, stronger, depending on how they performed in the game. And also with the AI changes, they are adjusting some heroes just to make it not overpowered with the better AI behavior. The Alchemist, first of all, was already a decent hero for a lot of players. Now the healing spray heals also himself. I think this is a massive buff to Alchemist, and I think this hero might become now way more meta and will probably become one of the strongest heroes. Beastmaster also gets buffed. Also one of the weaker heroes at the moment has only summons. So what are they doing? They're basically reducing the cooldown by 2 seconds per level. That's quite a lot. And also Stampede range gets buffed to 400. And also the cooldown gets minus 20 seconds. So overall a quite decent buff. I don't think really that Beastmaster is getting way more played. The Firelord, a decent hero, not too meta, is kind of more of a tempo hero, but also has his big downsides. So they're doing to him that the Volcano cooldown getting from 180 seconds to 120. That's like a massive buff to the ultimate. This is like a gigantic change because the ultimate can be very devastating. And the Soul Burn gets also changed. Let's be honest, guys, Soul Burn is useless. No one will play it at all. So this doesn't matter. The Shadowhunter, one of the strongest heroes in the game, getting like also quite a lot of nerfs. Healing Wave gets +1 cooldown. To be honest, guys, I don't think Hex or Serpent Ward is that important. The biggest change on Serpent Ward is that it's getting a +3 second cooldown, which makes it really way worse on level 1. I think Shadowhunter will still be overall very strong, but the level 1 got quite nerfed hard. Farseer, probably the strongest hero in the game, or one of the strongest for sure, gets heavily nerfed. Firebolt gets not only +2 seconds, but also plus 100% MP cost. That's really gigantic. I think Firebolt is now unplayable, to be honest. You will only use this to cancel channel abilities, and that's it. Chain Lightning also gets a bit more mana cost. Yeah, is pretty strong, definitely reasonable. Also a bit more cooldown. I think Chain Lightning is still really well playable. You just don't play Bolt, and then Farseer is still really good. And they also made like a change after this changelog, and they are giving the ultimate also instead of 100 mana cost 200. I think that's a good nerf to Farseer overall. I don't think it will really hinder him from wrecking games. So I think Farseer is still one of the strongest heroes even after this nerfs. What will not remain the same is the Kodo, guys. The Kodo Aura is one of the strongest buff which you can get from a unit, has now just 5%. Kodo was really strong, so I can definitely see here the nerf, and this will also definitely make Kodo way less likely maybe to pick. I'm not sure if the 5% are not worth it to do. I would say it's definitely a big nerf to the mid-game Kodo. You don't want to rush it anymore, but for the mid to late game, it's still a good thing. Blood Mage gets quite also a bit changed. The Phoenix, the ultimate, gets a bit more splash damage, gets also a bit more HP and also a bit more damage overall. I don't think this matters so much, but Blood Mage is definitely like a solid hero. Paladin was one of the strongest heroes on early levels, because the healing with 3 seconds on Holy Light would simply make your frontline units immortal on wave 1. Definitely OP. So they're now changing this to making Holy Light 6 seconds on level 1 and then -1 on the next 2 levels. Makes Paladin balanced, I think. Before he was just broken. And I think that's a very good change. I kind of predict that this hero will now get played a bit different. On top of the better AI behavior, so he will simply heal the units which are more valuable to get healed. And I think we might see a shift from playing not 1-1-3 Paladin plus ultimate on the skills, but maybe you should play just a 3-1-1 and ultimate and then just heal up your units really efficiently. And the Sorcerers, that's also a really interesting change. They want to make Sorcerers better. They know they are kind of shitty shit, so they are buffing basically Invis. And this means more cast range, less MP costs. I think that's a decent approach on making Sorcerers better. We will see if this will really do enough. I will definitely play Sorcerers more, because you will see also with other changes combined with this, I think Sorcerers will definitely be something which we will see more in the next patch, and I love it. Keeper of the Grove. Actually one hero which is kinda shit if the enemy has Dispel, but Giga Broken if enemy has no Dispel, gets even buffed. I think that's really surprising, and I don't think that's a good buff, because Keeper was already strong enough. Never mind, we get basically more radius on ultimate, and also Entangle gets like quite a lot more damage, +5 damage on each level. So massive buff to Keeper. Warden, they are kinda changing Warden, not only buffing, but they wanna kinda change Warden in a way that Warden gets less late game heavy, cause in late game Warden is kinda broken. So what they did is they changed Blink. After this changelog, they adjusted this already. So the new Warden will be on 9 second, 9 second and 6 seconds, with less mana cost on the first 2 levels, but more on the last one. Yeah, and the ultimate gets also nerfed. Ultimate is pretty broken. They're making a small nerf to it. I think ultimate is still too strong on Warden, but overall good that they nerfed the Warden, because Warden is definitely too strong. And even after this change, I think Warden is still one of the strongest heroes in the game. The Dryads getting nerfed a bit, so Abolish Magic on the research cost gets plus 25 gold, which is a little bit. I would love to see on the Dryad change that just the Dispel would be just less efficient, so less mana pool, or for example more mana cost for Dispel would be on the Dryads way more efficient. I think this is not the right change. I think the gold cost is not really that what makes Dryads at the moment pretty OP. What makes them OP at the moment is that they can basically endless Dispel, and I think this is not the right approach, but I like that they see that they are too strong to adjust it a bit. Gleaf Throwers getting a bit more AoE and attack time. They were pretty shit at the moment, so they might get playable. Kinda hard to say. We will need to test it, guys. Lich, the most broken hero, or one of the most broken heroes at the moment, getting massive nerf to attack time, and also Frost Nova MP cost getting nerfed. So this will probably make Lich like a decent hero now, which is not broken, maybe balanced. I think that's definitely good. The Frost Armor change doesn't matter, because you will never play it, it's just too bad. Dreadlord gets like one of the best nerfs in the patch, honestly. Karen Swarm was pretty broken, because on level 2 and 3, you could simply hit half the enemy units and damage everything like really a lot. And now they're making a max damage cap onto it, which is simply limiting the total damage you can make with it. I think that's a really good change. Dreadlord will still be very strong, because Infernal is not getting touched. Gem gets also nerfed. So this is basically a buff to Invis again. Getting plus 60 gold is quite a lot. So Invis gets also with this more buffed. That's why I feel like Invis can definitely be quite good. And then the really sad thing, guys, they are not really doing much to Orb of Darkness. I was hoping, like a lot of other guys, just that they delete this item, because it's just not well designed at all. What they're doing is basically they are making these Skellies HP minus 50. That is a nerf, definitely, but I don't think it's enough, guys. I think the orb is still broken. That's my prediction. The rest of the patch is really good. In the description, you find also the links to the Discord and also to this changelog. Tell me in the comments, guys, what do you think about these changes? You like the video? Then subscribe and like there, guys. Thanks!